All right, so we're gonna clean this gun with the United States Products Company bore paste. I am gonna use a bore guide. You can, you should, if you can, use one. It just helps keep all the gunk of the bore paste out of the receiver area. And you always wanna clean from the breech to the muzzle if possible. What we typically like to do is take a wire brush, a good worn out one, or if it's brand new, maybe a caliber size under, and take a patch, not a giant one. And what we're gonna do is roll it up so that the bristles of the brush grab real good on that patch. Now I'm gonna squirt a liberal amount of bore paste on there. Get that worked on a little bit. And go ahead and get it started down the bore guide here. I'm gonna turn it into the fold of the patch so it starts to engage. And now I'm feeling that walk down the barrel. And what I like to do is kind of put my finger at the end of the muzzle so I know where about to stop. I don't want to push all the way through the muzzle. That will usually let your patch open up, and when you backstroke it pulls the patch right off. So here we went down the muzzle. It left a nice bit of bore paste down the bore. And if you look here, I just have the beginning of this starting out. You can see it's already removed some of the junk. I'm gonna put some more bore paste on there. So we left a good bit at the back. Now we're gonna leave a good bit at the front. As I pull back through, I should be able to feel when it comes out of the barrel and into the chamber area again. And then I'm gonna use kind of a scrubbing motion. I'm gonna use that bore paste to scrub the bore. And what that's doing is it's kind of polishing out the soft materials. This bore paste is garnet based, so think jewelry polish, not lapping compound. And I'm polishing out the carbon and the copper while also polishing out some of that fire cracking, or if you have a new barrel, machine marks, fire rings, you know, if you have a loose spot in your barrel, you see that kind of deposit. And I'm just gently going to scrub that thing up. I'm not going to spend all the time that I might on this. We know this is a bad barrel. We're going to just see if it's savable. You know, the throat's bad, so we know as gunsmiths maybe we can set the barrel back a little bit and recut the chamber and get a new throat in there, and then save this barrel for another life. Otherwise, we'll rebarrel it, but this just shows the product and how to use it. So when I'm done with that patch, you know, it's compacted. It had a lot of the compound on there. It scrubbed what it could. I'll go ahead and, just for time's sake, wrap a kind of clean one on there. It is now going to be even tighter, but it should push most of that stuff out, as you can see. And before I put it back on the Borescope, I'll make sure the bore is a little bit cleaner than that. But this stuff doesn't smell. You don't need to leave it sit. It doesn't try to dissolve the carbon and copper deposits, which is cool because it doesn't stink and doesn't affect your breathing or anything. And it's not going to etch your barrel. Doesn't take a lot of time. There's very little waste and cleanup, and you can do it really, really quickly. So after this, we're going to go ahead and check out what we got left behind.